Good evening. Folks, my name is Gregory Warthall. I'm one of the trustees from the Greenberg Woodlands High School Scholarship Fund. Just want to give you a quick explanation of who we are and what we do. We're a bunch of folks from the community who do things, who meet throughout the year and try to figure out ways to earn money or to generate money so that we can award scholarships yearly. I want to introduce the members of the fund that are in attendance tonight. We have Stephanie Belmar, Shelley Packer, Maliha Warthall, I think I got the name right, Shelley Parker. We have Larry Lefkowitz, Rita Jones, our president, Ira Golden. There are a couple of members of the fund who are not here tonight. I know Deborah Campbell, Thomasina Giordanola, and Ms. McIntosh. I am sure there are probably 6 or 7 folks that I've forgotten. It comes from my heart, not my head, or the other way you say that, I'm not sure. The Greenberg, the Woodlands High School Scholarship Fund started in 1964 with the first graduating class for Woodlands High School. And to date, we have raised and awarded $1,713,000 in scholarships. The awards are based on student need. Just to give you an overview of how we make the selections and how the awards are distributed, we take the student's FAFSA form, we send that to an independent evaluator. The evaluator matches the family's contribution with the cost for the school that the student is going to, and they make a determination. You should know that the independent evaluator, I've never met, no one in the fund, no one in your community knows your financial situation. Just make sure you apply, and we'll try our best to make an award. The awards are modest, but we want to show our students that Greenberg stands behind them, that the community believes in them, and that we support them. For those who haven't been here before, there are a couple of slight changes to the format tonight. Many of the students will receive 2 awards. That doesn't change the amount that they're given in the award. It just means that we're trying to honor them with 2 different people. We try to match the award to the students and the things that they've done. Doesn't always come out perfect, but we do our best. The awards tonight are listed in alphabetical order. We would ask that everybody stay until the awards are finished. There's a brief reception with some light refreshments at the end, and we think that's important for you to stick around for that. In addition to the folks that are actually on the scholarship fund, there are some people who really work hard with us throughout the year to make this possible, and I just want to give them some kind of recognition. Number 1, our custodial staff, who provide tremendous support for the flea market, the crafts fair, as well as our monthly meetings. They bide with us, they take their time with us, and they're really helpful, and we really couldn't do a lot of what we do if we didn't have the support from the custodial staff. The administrative staff is crucial in helping us with this. The applications are put into the student's mailbox. We make sure we get the applications. We want a special thank you to Principal Matt Smith, outgoing Superintendent Dr. Linda Iverson, and to Dr. Chisholm. If you're watching somewhere, if you're in the crowd and I've overlooked you, welcome, and we look forward to working with you. The faculty and the guidance staff provide a crucial part of our process. The guidance counselors, Dr. Joe Foy II, Dr. Robert Dominguez, or Mr. Robert Dominguez, Mrs. Caroline Alamante. So those folks really help us with getting the students in, completing the applications, and appearing for these things. The students themselves, the members of the Key Club, are instrumental in helping us put on the flea market and doing the things we do. The Honor Society, those folks, those students, you guys, have helped us with this. So these awards are from you as much as to you. So thank you. Of course, the Greenburgh Central School District School Board, and the school board president is actually a member of the fund, who I forgot to mention earlier. I told you I'd do that. Tracy Mayers. So I just want to say thank you to the entire school board. And I think we have a couple of members of the school board here today. I know Ms. Vallon is here. David Warner is here. And if there's somebody I've overlooked, again, forgive me. I said Ms. Vallon. We also get tremendous support from the Greenburgh Town Board. We have 3 members of the town board here today. We have Gina Jackson, Ellen Hendricks, and Francis Sheehan. Thank you for being here tonight. While I've mentioned a lot of people who help us put this on, there's one person in particular who I think just goes above and beyond the pale. She's gathered students for years. She's a teacher. She's on the faculty. She helps us gather the donations. She helps us with the flea market. And that's the teacher. I don't think she's here tonight, but Victoria Stellato. None of what we do this evening would be even possible without the support of the Greenburgh community. This is a truly diverse group. And on that note, we need some community support. A couple of things that we like to see. Number one, we could always use more donations. The more money we generate, the more money we can award, right? We have a fundraiser, but the main way we raise funds is through community donations. You can go directly to the Woodlands High School Scholarship Fund's website to make a donation, and then there's a link for the fund on the school's the district's website. We're also always looking out for new members to join the fund and come work with us. So anyone that wants to, that's in the community, by all means, please do that. When it comes to making sure that you donate or how you donate, my daughter will kill me if I don't tell you that our Instagram page is at Woodlands Scholarship Fund. So it should be, you go to the at Woodlands Scholarship Fund, you link onto that, and you should be able to take a look at what we do and figure out how to make the donations. With that, we're going to start the awards for the night. There is one person I forgot to mention. I put him down here as my media person, but he told me he's the director of educational television, and his name is Brian Parker, so thank you. With respect to each of the awards tonight, if any of the awards are named for different people, if you're looking for a more detailed description than we give you up here, it's in your program, it's in the back of the book. Feel free to take a look at that too. The first awardee tonight is Alejandra Baez. And Stephanie Belmar will be presenting the award.
Good evening, everyone. Both of these awards are for an individual who serviced the community and also who serviced themselves in terms of giving back to the community. Alexandra is a student athlete who has also been involved in the community service, and she will be attending Buffalo, where she will major in nursing. Congratulations. She's receiving the Hartsdale Rotary Club Award and the Robert H. Sternberg Memorial Award.
We're making a slight change to the program. The next awardee will be will be Leonardo Vallon.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really want to thank this committee for keeping this scholarship going for so long. You're doing a great job, and you work so tirelessly, and thank you so much. Leonardo, my grandfather, Charles Snyder, was a president of the Board of Education here, and he started this scholarship fund. So I'm very proud to be able to come here and present you with your award, the Charles Snyder Memorial Award. And I'm always blown away by the recipients. And again, we have a valedictorian. I don't know how he finds time for anything else. Track, scouts, Mandarin Club, all kinds of activities on top of valedictorian. So I'm completely amazed by all you've achieved. And he will be studying at Purdue Engineering, which is so impressive, and the schools that he's applied to, I mean, unbelievable. Anyway, I want to congratulate you, Leonardo, on all your achievements, and I wish you so much success in your future. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. We just said a lot about Leo, so I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Jessica Mastrangelo, not so recent anymore, retiree from R.J. Bailey School, very proud Woodlands High School graduate. I'll say it every year when I stand up here, you cannot get a finer education for your children, and it's a pleasure to see these seniors. Some of them, I haven't seen them since they were fifth graders, and it's great to see you all grown up into such great young men and women. Congratulations to all of you and to your parents as well. It's a job well done. I'm happy to also present the Tony Abramson Matthews Award to Leo. My mom, I don't know who's left anymore that knew her. She's been gone about 9 years, but she was really involved in sports. She was not a good athlete herself, but she loved to coach sports. She could barely run, but she coached the track team and field hockey, very involved in the WHS program. And it's an honor to give this award tonight to such a great student. Good luck to you next year.
The next student is Sydney Ben-Ami.
Hello, Sydney. Congratulations. My name is Matt Wynn. I'm Mildred Wynn's son, and she lived in the district for probably 50 years, and all of her children graduated from here. We're proud Woodlands graduates, and I always come, and I'm always very impressed with the fine young group of people that we have here. Sydney, you're a perfect recipient for this award, because I always say that my mother believed in educating the family. What was it again? Educating a woman is educating the family. So most of the awardees for this are females. I also see you're looking to go into medicine. And the other person here, Michelle Figueroa, he's going to take care of that. Also medicine. I will warn you guys, all you people going into medicine and engineering, they usually sit you down in the beginning in a big room with a bunch of people, and they say, look to your right and look to your left. And they either say one of you isn't going to finish or both of those people aren't going to finish. But everybody that I've known that's experienced that from Woodlands has been on the winning side of that. Congratulations. I hope to see everybody again.
My mom, our mom, Michelle Mayer Figueroa, was a very well-respected and prominent member of the Greenberg community. serving on the PTA, school board, and Greenberg Central 7 Educational Foundation for over 2 decades, and whose 2 sons, Adam and I, graduated from Woodlands. Michelle was an extremely dedicated physical therapist, working for Montefiore Medical Center in the Bronx for over 48 years, where she helped countless people heal and improve their lives and made everlasting connections with her patients and coworkers. Her 20-plus years of work at the Orchard School in Yonkers for students with special needs further exemplified her commitment to helping others. Mom was a strong, caring, independent woman who dedicated her life to lifting the community around her. She was a leader, selfless and passionate about her work and her family. This award honors her legacy by recognizing an individual who embodies the values of hard work, strength of character, perseverance, dedication, compassion, and advocacy for others, and who inspires to contribute to the medical or educational fields. I had the pleasure to hear a little bit about Sydney earlier today, and I could say without a doubt that my mom would be that you absolutely embody the values and traits I mentioned, and my mom would be so proud to know that you are the first person to ever receive this award on her behalf. I would like to thank the Scholarship Fund on behalf of the Figueroa family. Thank you to all those who donated to the Scholarship Fund in honor of my mom. The amount of support and compassion we have received on her behalf has been overwhelming. We are so happy to see that the positive impacts Michelle had will always be remembered, and the support system she left behind can now help the next generation of educators or medical practitioners for years to come. Congratulations to Sydney, and best of luck.
The next student to receive an award is Jada Campbell. Jada will receive the Bivens Golden Memorial Award as well as the Helen Gill Memorial Award.
Hi, Jada. Okay, Jada, Bivens Golden was my wife. At the time of her death, she was a part of the school district, and she was an assistant special education teacher. But what I want to say is that she believed in academic excellence. And when you were interviewed with us, you shared with us that your mom was your superhero and that you believe in academic excellence. You shared with us that you want to be, that you're interested in becoming a writer. Yes. Okay, and that you are planning to attend WCC this fall. Okay. You shared with us that you are the head of your school newspaper, okay, and you are getting some experience there in writing, right? Yes. Okay, all right. And you're part of the drama club? Yes. Okay. And you're the soccer captain. All right, so one of the captains this year. You're one of the captains. So we are, Bivens would be pleased that you continue to strive towards academic excellence. And so she would be glad that she would want you to receive this award. So on behalf of our family and on behalf of, in the memory of Bivens Golden, we're pleased to present you with the Bivens Golden Award. Okay. Okay. Congratulations. Additionally, you are receiving the Helen Gill Memorial Award. Okay, Helen Gill was a beloved teacher as well. So once again, in the vein of education, both Bivens, my wife, and the Helen Gill being a beloved educator, suggests that you are on the path of continuing to look at the importance of education. And so we are pleased to present to you the Helen Gill Memorial Award in addition to the Bivens Golden Memorial Award. Congratulations and much success. Get both of these.
The next student is Daehan Chung. Dehan is receiving the Dr. Harry E. Roush Memorial Award, as well as the Oliver Swift Award. A lot of impressive things about Mr. Chung. The most impressive is that I don't think I could beat him in an arm wrestle. He's all state in wrestling, and he's had some impressive wrestling accomplishments. Dehan, thank you, and congratulations. The next student is Lucio Di Giacomo. Did I pronounce your name correctly? Lucio Di Giacomo was right. Lucio is receiving the Fairview Foundation Award as well as the Marissa Tossi Memorial Award. Lucio is an exceptional student involved in numerous activities. He's a Boy Scout. He plans on majoring in cybersecurity and computer science. Congratulations, Lucio. The next awardee is Naziah Ellis. Naziah is receiving the Kenneth Krasnow Memorial Award. Naziah is an athlete and a musician. She plans on attending Fordham University. Oh, Buffalo. I'm sorry. Buffalo University. She plans to study radiology or nursing. After interviewing Naziah, I think we sense a doctor in the offing, but congratulations, Naziah. The next award recipient is Marcus Gerard. Marcus is receiving the Stephen Pinchansky Memorial Award as well as the Greenberg Foundation Award.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. As a ex-board member, I was on the Board of Education here for 25 years, and also one of the founding member of the Greenberg Foundation. And a matter of fact, we formed the foundation many, many years ago, and the idea was to fund projects for teachers, which money in the budget was not provided. And so that's how we started. And since then, they dissolved. I got off the board because the rule was I could not be on the board while serving on the foundation. So I'm very proud and very pleased that we're able today to award a scholarship to a very, very smart, outstanding student. This man already making plans after he's finished college, and he hasn't started yet. Because I was reading the stuff he wrote here. He said he wanted to get a good, strong education so he can have a better job in the future. He wants to study communication. He's a leader in the community, member of the Boy Scout, leader in school, and I wish him well, and I congratulate you and all the other graduates who are receiving awards today. I think it's right here, I'm sorry. Got my hands full. There we go. All right, thank you. Yeah. All right, okay.
Marcus is also receiving the Stephen Pinchansky Award. Congratulations, Marcus. The next awardee is Sophie Greenslade. Sophie is receiving the Atlantic Star Music Award as well as the Phyllis Sussman Memorial Award. Sophie is an involved student participating in sports, music, Key Club, student government, She plans on attending the University of Massachusetts at Amherst, where she will major in finance. Before we do that, in case any of the younger folks here don't understand who Atlantic Star was, as we used to say, you better ask somebody. They were that group. They did a lot. They had a lot of hits. They are. I didn't say was, but they were, in the 80s, they were a big act. In the 90s, they were a big act. And they currently are still a big act. Sophie, congratulations. Thank you. The next awardee is Savannah Haffenden, who's receiving the Gloria Ann Gamson Memorial Award, as well as the David Jones Memorial Award.
Every time that I have the pleasure of being here, okay, I look at the faces of the recipients, okay, and I don't think any of you are afraid to have a good time, okay. And what I have to say next is I want you to be very careful, all right? Try to figure out what's real and what isn't, okay? Try to exercise your intelligence and don't depend upon artificial intelligence. Now, before I go much further with that, I know it's not an easy thing to do, but you're going to find out that once you're out here in the world and you're dealing with so many different personalities and so many different programs and so many different requirements, okay, that hopefully you will have somebody you can trust, okay? Trust is very important. All right, now, let me move on. Both of my sons graduated from Woodlands quite a few years ago, all right? And I'm very proud of both of them. Be careful of distractions, okay? I'm very proud of my sons, all right? And I had quite an experience going away to school and living in a dormitory. Now, it was a men's dormitory. There was no co-ed dormitory on my campus. And I'm quite glad that there wasn't one because I would have probably become very distracted. Okay, so this young lady is receiving two awards. One in the name of my wife, Elena Jones, who was a member of the scholarship committee for many years before she passed away, you know, all right? Now, Savannah, you are planning to go to Hartford and you're going to be studying architecture. Right? Now, that implies more than one type of strength. Be true to yourself, be strong, and the best to you.
Good evening. Ooh. Ooh, this is louder than I thought. My name is Shelley Packer. I taught in this building for a gazillion years, and this evening I'll probably be giving the awards, sadly, to my friend, in honor of my friends who passed away. And the first award is in honor of Gloria Ann Gamzon. Gloria Ann taught math in this building for a very long time. She lived in the community. Her children went to this school, and I'm sure she would be proud to know that you are studying architecture, which you have to know math, and I'm sure she would be very proud to know that you are receiving her award. Thank you.
The next student is Brianna Haffenden. And Brianna is receiving the Elaine Beth Krasnow Memorial Award, as well as the Brownwin Baird Memorial Award.
And I think you did this on purpose so Shelley Parker could follow Shelley Packer. Really? Hi, Brianna. Brianna has been very involved in community and school activities. And for that reason, she is the perfect recipient for both of these awards. The Elaine Beth Krasnow Memorial Award is for a young lady who unfortunately did not live to pursue her goals, but showed all the promise and success as you do. The Bronwyn Bourne Memorial Award. Well, before I tell you that, I need to tell you, everybody else told you who they were, so I need to tell you who I am. And my name is Michelle Parker, and I graduated from Woodlands High School many years ago. My children, my grandchildren now attend. I was an employee as, at Bailey School as a school nurse for 14 years. I also knew Bonnie, as we called her, her friends and family referred to her as Bonnie, from here and also from what's now Lois Braun's daycare center. Bronnie was a longtime resident of Greenburgh. She was deeply loved and admired by, for her unwavering support and dedication to students. She was also a proud member of the Greenburgh Woodlands High School Scholarship Fund. Bonnie's legacy continues to inspire others. The award is being presented to you, Brianna, because like Bonnie, when I read your application, you showed a lot of hard work and community service, and you will be attending the University of Hartford, where she will be majoring in law. So congratulations. Is this hers? Yeah, well.
Thank you. Our next awardee is Messiah Jackson Albrecht. Messiah is receiving the Lee F. Jackson Memorial Award and the Irene Alves Award. I don't see.
Good evening, everyone. Messiah, the Lee F. Jackson Award is given to Messiah. It was carefully chosen because Messiah is a brilliant young man like Lee F. Jackson. Lee F. Jackson graduated from Woodlands High School in 1975, thank you. And he was appointed by President Clinton to be the United States Director for the European Development and Reconstruction. But as many of you know who are old enough, that plane was shot down on the way to, I think Ron Brown was then in office also. Lee was a brilliant person. In fact, I heard from his mother that he skipped 2 grades at Highview when he was here. So Messiah impressed me when I read all the things that you did. You're involved in many, many things, and I know you came to the high school in the 10th grade. So it was in the middle of your junior year? Oh, yeah. So I know it was tough for you, but you carried on your brilliance here. And for that matter, we're awarding you the Lee F. Jackson Award and hope you will continue. And I believe you will go to SUNY New Paltz? Yes. Congratulations. Which one? Okay, Miss, I understand you're getting 2 awards tonight. Irene Alves was a teacher here in the district for many years, very dedicated to her students. And so for that matter, we know you're dedicated in anything you do, and I know you want to be a lawyer. Her son was a lawyer, and I think he changed profession, but he was also a lawyer. So congratulations and good luck in your professional career.
The next student to receive an award is Megan Jimenez. Megan will receive the Millie Ortiz Sheehan Award, as well as the Shelley Taplin Memorial Award.
So for those of you who knew Millie, who retired 2 years ago, and this is the first time the award is being awarded, she and the rest of the family are all in on Greenburgh Central School District. I'm joined up here with the rest of my family and giving this award to an unbelievable student. My daughter graduated from Greenburgh, pre-K through high school, and is now a professional. My son is walking around with my two-year-old, Woodlands graduate, pre-K through Woodlands. The 2 children you see here are in Greenburgh Central School District. Again, we're all in on the Greenburgh Central School District. So my wife, who worked here for more than 2 decades as a school psychologist, actually first giving out lunches at Lee F. Jackson, and then becoming a professional herself and being a school psychologist and CPE chair. I'm going to get the whole titles wrong. You could read about her. But this award is given in memory of Millie. It's still very raw. Who devoted her life to supporting students with compassion and steadfast belief in their potential. This award honors a student who has demonstrated resilience, growth, and determination in the face of personal challenges. And I believe your personal challenge, based on everything I've read about you, is you have no free time with all you're doing. This student inspires others through their perseverance, kindness, and quiet strength. A member of the Honor Society, the Honor Roll, taking time to work in your local church, working on charities and doing charity work. And what impresses me, not only that you're going to Fordham, not only are you going to study dentistry, but you're committed to looking at the impact of the profession on society in general and working to help those in underprivileged areas. And I think not only are you looking out for your own interests, what impresses me is you are so clearly at such a young age looking out for the interests of everybody else who you can help through your efforts. I am absolutely honored to give the award in my wife's name. Is there something? Oh.
Very tough to follow because Millie and I worked together as school psychologists in this district. I for over 30 years. And she was absolutely wonderful and dear to my heart, a true professional. Megan, my name is Francine Taplin Shorts, and I am the daughter of Lois Bronze, and stepdaughter of Chuck Bronze. Who were both math teachers here at Woodlands. And my sister Shelley attended Woodlands High School. It was, for Shelley, quite a transition when we left our native New Orleans, Louisiana, where life there was segregated, and we were both attendees at, along with my brother, at Catholic schools. So when we moved, Shelley was entering high school and therefore came to a public high school. There was much that she had to adjust to, and she rose to the occasion. You, from what I've read, because this is our first time meeting, and it is a pleasure, are an excellent student, and one of the things that my friend Francis didn't mention, which is fine because left it for me to say, is your passion for dance. My sister was an extraordinary dancer. She was a modern dancer after graduating from SUNY Brockport. She joined the Garth Fagan School of Dance, which later became the Bucket, or maybe it was the Bucket first, and then it became Garth Fagan School of Dance. Anyway, Garth was the choreographer for the Lion King. But my sister traveled internationally. She had just a passion for the arts in general. Yes, she was a dancer. She was a model. So she loved fashion. She loved working with children, and she did spend time doing that during her high school career and beyond. So you, along with your academic dedication, you are high school honors student from 9th grade to 12th grade, and you are going to pursue dentistry. But I do hope that you continue to dance. And I would say to anybody, when you have the chance, dance. Okay. Thank you so much to this amazing body of people who've done the work. and continue to do the work for our students. Congratulations and all the best. I'm a hugger. Thank you so much.
The next student awardee is Ethan Locke. Ethan is receiving the Jason Bond Scholarship for Academic and Athletic Achievement, as well as the William R. Ross Memorial Award.
Young man, congratulations. Good evening, everyone. I look in the crowd, I see some familiar faces and see some new ones, but my name's Jason Bond. I graduated from Woodlands in 1995, and I'd like to start off by congratulating all the students. You guys have worked for this, so this is your moment, or one of your first of many moments. So let's make sure we enjoy it. I'd also like to thank the Scholarship Fund members here. Some of you were up here when I was up here getting a scholarship, so I appreciate your dedication and longevity. And finally, I'd like to thank Dr. Joe Foy, because without this man, this wouldn't be possible. Thank you, Dr. Foy. So why a scholarship for athletic and academic achievement? So as I mentioned, I graduated from Woodlands in 1995, and you know, it was the lessons that I not only learned in the classroom, but on the basketball court, on the baseball field, and on the football field that really helped propel me in my life. You know, in times of adversity, it was the lessons that I learned, again, whether it was in the classroom or in the athletics facilities, that helped me persevere and to thrive. And when I had the opportunity to sit down with the 3 finalists who I came in and met with a few weeks ago, that's when the challenge began, because you know, I had a lot of fantastic applications, but sitting down with these 3 finalists made it really difficult for me to choose. But hearing this young man's story and seeing everything he's accomplished, you know, I just had to award him with this. So I want to congratulate you, and Ethan will be attending Villanova in the fall, studying finance, which is near and dear to my heart. So not only are you awarded the scholarship, I'd also like to offer my mentorship to you as I'm in finance. So congratulations.
That's a hard act to follow. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kelly Ross Johnson. I'm a proud graduate of Woodlands High School, a proud parent of a child who is currently at Woodlands High School, and I'm beyond honored to be here and present an award to you in honor of my father, who used to be a member of the Board of Education for many, many years, for like 20. I don't want to say the wrong number, Mr. Newland, but I know he's been president of the Board of Education. He was a member of the foundation. He was a member of the Scholarship Fund for many years. And one thing he cared about more than anything was watching children flourish and grow. He was very big in public education and academics and scholarships. So I am beyond honored in giving you this award in his name. I know he would be proud.
The next awardee is Eden Mitchell, who will receive the Jim Lefkowitz Memorial Award.
Good evening. Well, Eden, I'm going to tell you about my son, Jim. He was a talented artist and teacher. That's what it says in the program, but he was more than that. He was a proud graduate of Woodlands High School, and all through Greenberg Central 7, he had wonderful art teachers, and he learned his skills from wonderful teachers. And I think not enough credit is given to the wonderful teachers in this district. They're really terrific. Eden, you're going to go into fashion. Actually, he married a woman in fashion. But His skill was in fine art printing. When an artist creates a work, particularly a famous artist, he creates the first. Sometimes you've seen in museums number 10 of 20 and so on. The other 19 are done by a fine arts printer, and Jim was a fine arts printer. His work is hanging in the Museum of Modern Art. We were very proud of him. Unfortunately, he passed. Eden, you're going to go into fashion with an environmental twist. All of the fabrics that you're going to have in your business are going to be recycled, right? Which is wonderful. So we're so proud of you, and we're proud to give you the Jim Lefkowitz Memorial Award. Thank you.
The next awardee is Alicia Owens. Alicia is receiving the Dr. A Memorial Award as well as the Cora Carey Memorial Award.
I'll make this quick. Dr. A, also long time teacher in this district. He taught art, and he definitely taught everyone. And Alicia exhibits the qualities that he had. I also want to mention, for those of you who knew Dr. A and knew his wife, that Sue passed away this spring, so we're without both of the Andreadis's.
Good evening to everyone. My name is Dr. Nettie Webb. I am a retired principal of Lee F. Jackson School. As a matter of fact, we were very instrumental in having the school named after Lee F. Jackson after his demise, and so we are quite excited about the fact that that happened. I'm also very excited to make this award to Alicia because, come Alicia, I met Alicia because she was a part of the Olympics that is sponsored by the African American men. And not only Alicia, but also, is it Owen? Ethan, the two of them represented Woodlands High School very well. As a matter of fact, it's the first time that they came in second place in that competition. They were incredible, absolutely incredible. I came up here. I am so excited to make this award in presentation because it is in honor of my sister, Cora Carey, who just passed this past February. She was a member of the Greenberg community. She was a teacher and an administrator. She also was on the Board of Education. She was truly a community activist. And I couldn't be more proud to award this to Alicia because in reading her application, she's been very involved. And again, after participating in that Olympics when these young people did such a fabulous job, I know Cora would be very happy that her award is going to you. She has always been very, very excited about young people being involved in the community, working in excellence, and doing the kinds of things that are so important. And Alicia is going to be attending Fordham University, where she will major in finance and marketing. So congratulations. Okay.
The next awardee is Alexa Perez. Alexa is receiving the Dr. Sandra Ross EBC Memorial Award, as well as the Susan Golden Memorial Award.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to the graduating class. Congratulations to you, too. I would like to think that those of us who knew Sandra might be even feeling her presence. We don't often let you know what EBC means, and I'm thinking tonight it needs to be changed to EAC. When Sandra Ross had the inspiration to gather those of us in the community to support young people, we had one African-American male in Woodlands High School who took the Regents. And I look out here now and I think, my God, we've come a very long way. It's absolutely amazing for people like you and of course the staff and the community who have worked to support diversity. I noticed that you're off to university and you're probably going to be looking into pediatric ultrasound and pharmacy and health sciences. I'm a British midwife and a British nurse, among other things, so I understand, and so in some way we connect. I wish you all the best, and gathering from your resume, you understand that hard work pays off. So congratulations again, and congratulations to all the graduates. Thank you.
Alexa is also receiving the Susan Golden Memorial Award. Susan Golden also was a long time teacher in this district. She taught math. She taught math to people who thought they couldn't learn, and they did. And she was involved, and she came to every game, and she cooked for people and brought food in, never left her classroom. Truly dedicated staff member here in Greenburgh. So Alexa, congratulations.
The next student to receive an award is Marissa Pollitt. Marissa is receiving the Sandy and Lewis Sunderland Memorial Award, as well as the Nanny J. Sorensen Memorial Award.
Thank you. Where do I start with Marissa? She's done so many things in high school. You look at the descriptions of all of the things that she's done. She's an honor student. She's been involved in sports. She's done everything. She's a wonderful student, and she's going to be attending the University of Rochester, all right? And I think she's going to be a star there too, all right? Just a wonderful student and deserves this award, absolutely. So congratulations.
The next awardee is Jamison Stevens. Jamison is receiving the John McLean I Believe Award and the Tim Steinell Memorial Award. We have here today a special appearance by John McLean.
Congratulations. As my former students who are in the audience would probably tell you, I probably don't. I probably don't need this, but you're here receiving two awards. The Tim Steinell Memorial Award is dedicated to a Woodlands student who excelled in sports, but also gave back to the community. Likewise, the I Believe Award is for a student who excelled in arts and gave back to the community. And I think that a lot of people would recognize that lessons that you learn in sports and arts are among the most important lessons you learn in school. And so there is an overlap there. I'll just mention briefly the two people that this award should be named for. It's nice that they named it for me, but really it should be the Robert Court and Matt Jackson Award, because Robert Court and Matt Jackson did something that I want you to hear about, just because it really shows what we mean when we talk about having a positive impact on your community. Matt and Robert wrote a play in their spare time. All right? They wrote a play, they cast the play, they directed the play, they produced the play, they got the publicity for the play. They were written up in the New York Times. And they put the play on in a little theater. It was a play about racism called Reverse. And the most important thing about it probably is that they involved more than 50 students in that production. Students who, by and large, had not been involved in theater before. So that shows you what we mean by whether it's sports or it's arts, not just excelling for yourself, but also doing something that has an impact on the larger community. So both of these awards are really about the same kind of thing. When I read your bio, I don't know how you managed to be a high honor roll student from middle school all through high school, given how many hours you put in helping students, working at the pool, working at the community center, working at my brother's keeper. So you really embody what these awards are about, that you not only excel in sports, but that you excel in the more important thing of giving back to the community. Going on to Norfolk State, right? Majoring in business and sports management. Okay. Congratulations.
Indeed, this is an opportunity, and being Lloyd Court, I'll seize that opportunity. I want you to remember one thing, that heights of great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flights, but while their companions slept, they were toiling during the night. That quote is from an American poet, Henry Wordsworth. And I always want you and the rest of recipients to remember that. It goes a far way. So those words made an indelible impression, not on me alone, but on so many. On behalf of two former Woodland High School students, as Mr. McLean had mentioned, that's Matthew Jackson and Robert Court, my son, I would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude for what you have achieved. The achievement starts here and ends nowhere, because the sky is the limit. These young fellows have achieved many heights. Matthew, after giving a play, as Mr. McLean had mentioned, is now a producer, director, and CEO of Jackson Production in LA, California. And my son, Robert, who has a degree in communication, shows professional skills as one of his company's U.S. directors in marketing and in elevating the process of his company. It is my pleasure I present this award to you, and as I said, I am honored, and I look forward to you to be treading on those footpaths. Now, you're going to NSU. And the vision of NSU is the same as ours, meaning all graduates from Woodlands or everyone in this room, and also your parents. We have high expectation. That's what NSU's vision is. And I do hope that you take those high expectations and make it higher. Congratulations, Godspeed, wish you all the best.
The next student to receive awards is Treson Belusima. And I hope I got that right. Treson is receiving the William N. Meyer Memorial Award and the Phyllis and William Brown Memorial Award.
Hello, young man. Nice to meet you. I'm Richard Brown. I am a class of 1977 of Woodlands graduate. I'm also one of 4 sons. All of us graduated from Woodlands during the 70s. And it's great to be back at Woodlands. I haven't been back here in a while. It doesn't look too much different. We didn't have fans in the cafeteria or flat screen TVs, certainly, but everything else looks pretty much the same. I'm delighted to be here and representing the family on this occasion. And I also just wanted to thank the Scholarship Fund Committee for recognizing my mother. My mother actually became an ancestor on March 30th. She transitioned, and it was a sad occasion, but she was 94 years old, and she lived a long and great life. My father became an ancestor in 2013, so he's been gone for a bit longer, but both of them were very committed people to the community of the Greenberg community. My mother was a teacher in the school district for many, many years, and my father was very supportive of that, as well as being very active in the community, both as members of the folks who were involved in the WHS program, which of course was established here in 1972, as well as being people who were on the board of the Scholarship Fund. And so very delighted to be represented. I want to thank Ira and also Ms. Jones in reference to inviting me to participate today and for recognizing my mom very quickly after she passed. But I want to talk to you, actually, about your accomplishments and about the work that you've accomplished over the years here at Woodlands High School. I hope that you had as great an experience that I did in my years here. I spent my whole school career in Greenberg. I went to the Warburg School, and I went to Old Juniper Hill was called, now it's Lee F. Jackson. I went to Old Terrytown Road, which is now a condominium. And I also went to Webb, and now it's Office, and I came here at Woodlands in 8th grade. So it was a great career, and I hope that you also had a stellar career here. But what really struck me as it relates to you and the application that I was able to read through is there's some things that you've mentioned in your answers that was really quite striking to me, because it demonstrated to me that you have an interest and a empathy that is so critical in this world, and particularly in these days. You mentioned in your remarks that you wanted to rebuild the trust in medical institutions that marginalized groups have lost, improve public health care, and eliminate the social stigmas that prevent people of color from seeking care. And that is so profound because we know what's happened in places like Tuskegee over the many years, and that you had actually spent some time and gave that some real thought. And I know there was a situation with your mother that kind of brought to fore, but I think that's a very important observation on your part. And I think in particular my father would have been very proud of that. In addition to that, you've really you've delved into your Creole language and realized that by learning that language and by understanding its importance, you not only learned a new language, you also preserve your culture. And I think we all understand, appreciate the importance, again, in these days of preserving our culture and the importance of saying that we are still here and we are thriving. And so I just want to say thank you and congratulations to you for your work and your thoughts, which I thought were very important. Thank you.
Our next awardee is Isabella Visuet. Isabella is receiving the Harry Grossman Memorial Award, as well as the Ann Gaddy I Am Somebody Memorial Award.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Malia Walthall. I'm a proud 2018 graduate of Woodlands High School. And I'm also a proud graduate of Morgan State University of 2022. Yes. So I'm so excited and honored to be giving Isabella the Howard Grossman Memorial Award. Isabella is a strong student who is a member of the Spanish Honor Society. She's involved in the community service through the Key Club. Isabella will attend SUNY Binghamton in the fall. Congratulations. She will be majoring in biology, and her goal is to become a physician's assistant. The Howard Grossman Memorial Award awards and honors students who are truly grateful for their community and help their community out in countless ways. And it's given to a student who exhibits strength of character, self-motivation, and belief in hard work. So congratulations, Isabella. Good luck.
Isabella, you're getting another award. You are getting the Ann Gaddy Award. Ann Gaddy was a consummate volunteer at Woodlands High School. In fact, she worked with the guidance department to help students. She also lived in my community, and she made it very inclusive. So I understand, and I think you got this already, the Spanish Honor Society you're a member of, and you do a lot of community service, and that is what Ann Gaddy did. Back in the, I think it's the 80s, when a lot of Japanese students were coming to the United States, she opened her home so she could get them used to the American way of living. And with doing that, she had parties, and she included the neighborhood to come and see them, and they can see the neighborhood and get to understand what's going on in the United States. And I see that you are very involved in the community work, so I just want to thank you, and you mirror Ann Gaddy. She made my community very great, and she made Woodlands High School a pleasant place to be. So thank you.
The next and last, but absolutely not least awardee is Michaela Webb. Michaela is receiving the Nettie Jackson Memorial Award, as well as the Stuart Lippitz Memorial Award.
Michaela, when we interviewed you, you told us so many good things about yourself and the amount of work you did. What I took away from your interview was you were honored for being by a group called Women Who Dare to Be Different, and that was Nettie Jackson. Nettie Jackson, I don't know how many of you are old enough to know Nettie Jackson. She worked in the district. She worked at the Juniper Hill School, which was named for her son later on. Nettie was a consummate advocate for everyone. In fact, she attended so many board meetings. She and I attended board meetings, and she advocated for the employees as well as students. And Michaela, I think you do a lot. I know you did a lot of community service. And when we matched you with Nettie, we said, this is the young lady who would be the person to get the Nettie Jackson Award. And you will be going off, I believe, to SUNY Albany. Yes, congratulations.
Michaela, hi. I'm Mel Lippitz. My wife Marion is sitting in the front row there. We're parents of Stuart, who unfortunately passed away when he was only 20 years old. But he was very resourceful and very clever, and I hope that you follow in those footsteps because you're going to need it. And by the way, as I'm speaking, feel free to correct me in my grammar, okay? Because, because you will major in English. Is that, yes, that's wonderful. So, Marion was on the Scholarship Fund at the time that our son passed away, and she thought that this would be a perfect way, or one of the ways, to keep our son's memory alive. And so we thank you for being one of the recipients, because according to your documents here, you exemplify exactly what our son was all about here in Woodlands. And by the way, for everyone who might know the family, we had all our 4 children go through Woodlands. And we had you're twins too, aren't you, over there? Yeah, I thought so. Our twin girls were the last in the group, and they were graduated. Notice I said were graduated. They didn't graduate. A school graduates you. You don't graduate. But anyway, they were graduated 2nd and 4th in their class. So you come up pretty high. You've been on the Honor Society. You've been president. Now, I'm going to tell you something, and I think it'll also affect everyone who's going to be graduating here. College is going to be a lot different in the way you study and learn than here in the high school. Here, the teachers cared about you. In college, the professors only know you as not the person that the teachers know you. They're more aloof. So you have to be very careful. Learn to study in a different way very quickly. Get good grades in your first year. And I'm going to suggest to everyone, do that. And then in your 2nd, 3rd, 4th year, start joining clubs and other committees, because you want to make contacts that you will have throughout your whole life. And you'll see that this will help you in not only your career, but also make lifelong friends as well. And we hope that all of you can do that. All right? So the award is here, and you deserve it. Oh, just one more thing. Gregory said something that made me think of another, what's the word? Well, it doesn't matter. But people say, without further ado. I just want you to know, I just did something with further ado.
Folks, before we finish, there's one or two other things that I want to really remark on quickly. But first, I really have to apologize to a member of the fund who I didn't recognize earlier, Natasha McIntosh, who's working. But I think she tricked me because she didn't sit with us. So I want to apologize and wanted to make sure we recognized her. Before the awardees disperse, can you please meet up at the podium so we can take a group photo? Folks, we have some light refreshments in the back. Please help yourselves. As students, we want you guys to keep in touch with us. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know what the fund means to you. As to members of the community, remember to let your friends and family know about the fund. Join the fund. Make donations. Thank you, folks.